students, how they students, in the last period we were studying about the synthetic fibers, and regarding the synthetic fibers, I have explained natural fibers, synthetic fiber, and synthetic fibers are the polymers. So many small units get joined together to form a big unit, or large molecule, or giant molecule, or very high molecular weight. So in this way, this process is called polymerization, and the product which is obtained is called polymer. And regarding the you can say natural silk and artificial silk, I was explaining regarding the I explained that regarding the natural silk and you can say artificial silk. Natural silk is very costly, and therefore it is not affordable to the common people, and therefore the artificial silk is prepared, and this artificial silk is prepared by, for example, the sweaters, shawls and blankets, all which we are using in the winter season, they are made up of, you can say, polyacrylonitrile. They are the polymers of acrylonitrile, and I have told you that acrylonitrile, CH2 double bond Cl single bond Cl, this is, you can say, acrylonitrile, and this acrylonitrile is subjected to polymerization to give the, you can say, artificial wool, and from which shawls, sweaters, blankets are prepared. And you can say artificial wool is more cheaper, or you can say is very cheaper as compared to natural wool, and similarly cheaper, affordable and convenient, and they can be dyed with different colors, and you can say they are also durable. Durable means we can say that we can use for longer period, isn't it? For long period we can use it, and thus are very much convenient to us. Then the next point that I have to tell you, that again there is a difference between natural fiber and synthetic fiber. You know, natural fibers are, you can say, though they are, you can say, somewhat costly as compared to the artificial fibers. And artificial fibers, for example, you can say they are, you can say, made up of nylon fibers, nylon 6 fibers, nylon 66 fibers, terylene fiber, etc. And these, for example, these are used for making clothes also. And for example, we are using the synthetic material, that is clothes which are made up of the artificial fibers. They are dangerous because these synthetic fibers on heating, they get melt first, and you can say this melting, you can say this melt material sticks to the body of the person wearing it, and therefore it is advised not to wear the synthetic clothes while working in the kitchen and laboratory, because in the kitchen we are using the gas stove, and if there is a accident, you can say the synthetic fibers first melt and stick to the body of the person, and you can say it is thus the synthetic fibers, they are dangerous and causes severe burning, and the chances of survival are very less, and therefore it is advised not to wear the synthetic clothes which are made up of synthetic fibers, isn't it? Now again, you know, all these synthetic fibers, they are obtained from the organic material, and that is organic material which are called petrochemicals. So organic material, for example, nylon 6 is prepared from epsilon aminocaprolactam, organic compound. Nylon 66 It is prepared from the by the reaction of adipic acid and hexamethylene diamine. Adipic acid and hexamethylene diamine, they are the organic compounds which are obtained from petrochemicals, and you can say terline. Terline is also prepared from, you can say, ethylene glycol and dimethyl terephthalate. And again, these are the organic compounds. So they are convenient to use, but they are also dangerous in the kitchen and in the laboratory, because in the laboratory we carry out many experiments, and for carrying out many experiments we require the heat, and sometimes you can say it may stand as a dangerous to the students and teachers who are working in the laboratory by dealing with the wear of, you can say, synthetic clothes, isn't it? And thus it is avoided. And all this material is obtained from petrochemicals. So for example, hexane. Hexane is converted to epsilon aminocaprolactam. Hexane ring is broken down into adipic acid. Then hexane ring is converted into hexamethylene diamine, and you can say terephthalic acid is also obtained from xylene, or you can say paraxylene, etc. Or you can say 1,4-dimethyl benzene. And in this way, all these are the synthetic products which are obtained from petrochemicals. And as far as you know, these synthetic clothes, they are having high durability, less expensive, and you can say they are convenient for us. They are also convenient for washing also, because they absorb little moisture, little water, and therefore they can be used conveniently than the clothes which are made up of natural fiber. Remember, now for example, we are considering durability. We are considering that the synthetic fibers are less expensive. That is cheaper as compared to natural fiber. Then they absorb little water or little moisture, and you can say dries quickly, and therefore you can say synthetic fibers are convenient and cheaper for use. And you know, for example, umbrella. We are using the umbrella in rainy season, and this cloth of the umbrella is the synthetic cloth. Synthetic cloth, and this synthetic means the cloth of the umbrella absorbs little moisture, and you can say therefore it gets dried easily. And for example, if you want to carry out one experiment, take half meter square of the synthetic cloth, that is nylon cloth or terephthalene cloth, and take the half square meter of, you can say, cloth, you can say, which is made up of pure cotton, and take two beakers which are filled with the water or half filled with the water, and dip separately these two cloths, that is cloth which is made up of synthetic fiber, for example terephthalene cloth, and you can say other cloth, that is natural cloth which is made up of water. Dip into the beaker, soak them in water for 5 to 10 minutes, and then remove, and then spread over the wire in the sunlight or in the sun. You will find that the synthetic cloth, that is which is made from terephthalene, get dried easily within 5 to 10 minutes. But the natural cloth, that is which is made up of cotton, wool, silk, etc., it takes a long time for drying, and see the difference between the two. And therefore we say that synthetic fiber, particularly you can say nylon 6, nylon 66, terephthalene, you can say these fiber absorb very little water, little moisture. And for example, if you are wearing a cloth which is made up of pure terling, and if there is a raining, and if you are going in the raining, your cloth gets dried within 15 to 20 minutes, because all the water which is present on the terling clothes, you can say, get removed, and it gets dried easily on your body within 15 to 20 minutes. And see, terling fiber is extremely grease resistant. Once you make the grease by ironing, it remains permanent or lifelong. And therefore, we say that terling fiber is extremely grease resistant, and you can say requires little ironing. So little ironing means, for example, you can easily make the ironing. You can easily make the ironing of the, you can say, terling clothes, and you can say these are the characteristics of the wash and wear fabric. Wash, dry immediately, and then use it. So you can use immediately, and therefore terling fiber is supposed to be terling fiber is called wash and wear fabric. Requires little ironing, it gets dried, it absorbs little moisture, get dried easily. It requires little ironing, and you can say we can use it easily, and therefore we can say that terling is a wash and wear fabric. Then about the next part that I have to tell you, that plastics. So regarding the plastic, so this is acrylonitrile, and acrylonitrile get converted into CH2, CH. So C double bond CH, or here it becomes single bond CN, and you can say 1, 2, 3, and here you can say that CH2, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So it gets converted into CH2, CH, CH2 double bond CH, single bond CN, and it gets repeated for, this unit is repeated for n times. As this unit is get repeated, so CH2, here there is one bond, this double bond gets converted into single bond, and we get this unit repeated for, you can say, n times. So in this way, polyacrylonitrile forms polymer. Polyacrylonitrile forms polymer, and so polythene. So see, regarding the polythene, CH2 double bond CH2, we have taken N molecule. This is ethene or ethylene, and subjected to polymerization, we get CH2, single bond CH2, single bond CH2. This is repeated for N times, and this is polythene. This is polythene. So we get polythene, and in the same way, CH3, single bond CH, double bond CH2. This is propylene, and this propylene or propene, maybe propylene or propene, again subjected, we have taken N molecules on polymerization, we get CH3, single bond CH, here single bond CH2, and repeated for N times. So this is polypropylene. So again, in this way, we obtain the different polymers. And there are different types of plastic. We will study the plastic in the next video.